Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here, this time reviewing on Justice League RWBY Superhero Huntsmen Part 2. Now as you know, Part 2 of Justice League RWBY Superhero Huntsmen was released on October the 17th, 2023, and keep in mind, the point of the two-parter of Justice League and RWBY is meant to feature the world of RWBY crossing over with Justice League. And we see how, after Part 2, we see how the Justice League members, after adventure from Part 1, wake up back into the DC Universe as adults in the Hall of Justice, and we see how they have to deal with the sort of grim from basically RWBY's universe. And we do kind of see how, characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, The Flash, and all that have to deal with the aftermaths from Part 1. And we do kind of see how, once RWBY and her friends cross over into the DC Universe, we do see how they have other abilities, powers, and other skills that they have to adapt with. And we do kind of see how, RWBY's sister Yang has to help RWBY kind of see that she's being a bit more reckless and careless, and both of them understanding that they kind of have to try and sort things out like a proper family. And you do see how Wes has to kind of understand a bit more about Batman's universe and come into the terms of her sort of father's mistakes and the aftermaths from his actions. And we do kind of see how, RWBY and her friends have to sort of use their new abilities to the test. And we also do see how, it's also revealed who Kilgore was really working for. And it's pretty much a RWBY character called Arthur Waltz. And I think Arthur Waltz in Part 2 isn't a bad idea, but at the same time, I haven't really watched RWBY, so I don't really feel like he's much of a believable threat. And I feel like his outfit when he builds his new body reminds me a bit of Yellow Jacket from the Ant-Man movies. And I kind of feel like, RWBY and her friends bringing up all their past enemies, and even them knowing a bit more about the DC stuff, feels like, there's a lot I need to know about RWBY, but I will try and cover the series if I can, and get more time to know who the characters are. And I like how RWBY and her friends are a little surprised about some of the villains in the DC Universe names, like Weather Wizard and Mirror Master. I like how Yen kind of looks a little surprised about Mirror Master's actual villain name. And I think at the same time, having the characters get to know more about the DC Universe makes more sense. And even the DC heroes offering their advice and support, trying to help them come to terms with the stuff from their universe, and kind of seeing how, having to deal with Kilgore as well as Arthur Waltz, you can really tell they were trying to kind of make this big epic final part, but it does fall flat with nothing really big or epic. Not really a big epic moment. And I think usually, with most team-ups, it's gonna fall flat, it's gonna feel broke, but you can tell they still try to do the best they could. So I think, Part 2 is a little lackluster, so it definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So I think the whole Justice League RWBY team-up film Part 1 and 2 is an okay story. It's just trying to kind of put the world of DC and a sort of fan-made project like RWBY into two worlds that sort of works, but at the same time, it does feel like there was a lot more intentions that could have been. So I think the two-parters do deserve 2 thumbs in the middles. They're an alright idea, just something I don't think it's ever going to come back to being again. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.